To have the most accurate battery reading, you'll want the battery percentage indicator on. To turn it on, if it's off, go to Settings, then Display, scroll down to Status Bar, and it's your second option here, Show Battery Percentage. The best place to start for general battery saving tips is to go to Settings and then Device Maintenance. First thing you can do is optimize your phone. That should hopefully get rid of any applications that aren't working properly, check things are running nicely, background apps, storage, that sort of thing. It might help you just put your device back up to 100% running order and improve battery performance. More specifically though, you'll definitely want to go to the battery screen, which shows you all sorts of information. First of all, you can tap on the battery usage here to give a breakdown of what applications and system functions are using your battery. Obviously, I've not used a lot here, but the screen has used up a bit of memory there. Tap on the three dots here to go to some optimized battery usage options here, where you can start optimizing applications individually for some apps if they are taking up a lot of battery. A couple of options there as well. If I go back a couple of pages, we can look at the power saving options. So this is where it's going to make wholesale changes to your device. For example, if I put it onto mid, it tells me how that will change things. So it might limit the CPU, decrease brightness, but I can also change some of these options if I want to. And if you want to go onto full power battery saving mode and go to max, this will change the complete complexion of your Samsung Galaxy S9, make it into a much simplified device. But if you need that battery, then that's the best option for you. And finally, we have the save power option here, which will try and optimize any applications that might be using battery right now, like this. You'll also want to check this sleeping apps section every once in a while, because what this does is try and detect applications that are using battery in the background and then put them to sleep if the device thinks they're not worth having in the background. But that could mean that you don't get notifications from those particular applications. So if they come out of sleep mode when you reactivate the application, but for things where you want notifications in the background even though you're not looking at the app, that may be interesting to investigate. For example, Clash Royale, that tells me a lot of things about when the game's giving me updates on chess. So do I want the application to be asleep so it doesn't tell me that? Something that I will need to decide on. So yeah, it does try and put apps to sleep to save battery, but you might not want that. And this is where you can start to check things. So those with the sleeping apps, but just below that we can go to the unmonitored apps, where it will not put the application to sleep, like Samsung Gear for example, which is always talking to a watch if you have one connected. And you can also set applications that are always sleeping, so they never run in the background and they only work when you have the application open. In the settings, you could certainly try adjusting the media and volume controls. So I put it into vibrate mode, or I could put it into completely silent mode, which obviously saves a bit of battery, but you might not get notifications and sounds when you need them. You may also want to turn off those minor sounds and vibrations by going to settings and then sounds and vibrations. For example, I currently have turned on things like vibrate while ringing. You might want to turn that off. Touch sounds, also keyboard clicks and vibration feedback. All of those little things take a little bit of battery, and turning them all off may save a little bit of battery, but it's kind of a incremental thing. You've got to turn off a lot of these things to get any benefit from it for the battery. Your Samsung Galaxy S9 can also tell you when you think applications might be causing battery issues. To find this out, go to the three dots in the top right hand corner of the battery screen on device maintenance, advanced settings, and then notifications at the top here. And you can toggle on these different options that will give you advice about when unused applications are still being on after 3 days and now they're put into power saving mode. And then there's battery draining apps, it will notify you about them, and also unstable ones where they're having problems. And just a little further note on that, in the main device maintenance screen you can tap on this note up here, and it will actually tell you when applications are crashing and if they're causing any issues, such as this push bullet one, which crashed 5 times for me for some reason, and that might be draining battery as well. Now for a quick intermission here, just to let you know that if you are enjoying these quick tips on the Samsung Galaxy S9, I have put together an ultimate guide that covers every single aspect of a device and includes over 200 tips spread across 8 different sections. So if you want more just like this video, subscribe to the Video Gadgets channel and click on the link on screen now. Otherwise, let's crack on with the tips. Using the location settings on your device can take up a lot of battery. To adjust this, go to Settings, then connections, and scroll down to location. It's currently set to high accuracy, but I can change that if I want to by tapping on location settings, and we've got this battery saving mode so that it uses Wi-Fi and mobile networks to estimate your location rather than being very precise, which uses more battery. By default, for some reason, NFC is turned on when you first purchase your Samsung Galaxy S9, as you can see with this icon there. I can't remember the last time I ever used this, so it might be using up a bit of battery. Make sure that's turned off. It has a beautiful bright screen. It has a lot of pixels, but that uses a lot of battery. Go to settings, display. The first thing you'll want to look at is screen resolution, which you can take down to HD+ to save some battery. And also the auto brightness here, that will help with saving battery with turning it on. But also if you lower the brightness in general, as you can see, it goes right down, so the screen is almost unviewable in any sort of light. Unfortunately for these tutorials, I need to leave my brightness nice and high. We've talked a lot about this always on display already. That does use battery, and if you don't like it, then you should turn it off. To do that, go to settings and then scroll down to lock screen and security. And halfway down you'll have the always on display. You can have it on as a scheduled event, so obviously at night if you can't charge your device and you need to retain as much battery as possible, untick show always and then you can schedule it like that. Me personally, I don't like always on display, so I just turn it off, save the battery. The screen is of course the biggest battery hog, and if you're leaving the screen on when you stop using it but not locking it, then there's a screen timeout to determine when your screen turns off, so you want to try and put that as short as possible if you are a bit useless when it comes to forgetting to locking your device. It's in display, screen timeout, the shortest setting is 15 seconds. Because the Samsung Galaxy S9 uses a Super AMOLED display, if a pixel is black, it's not actually switched on, so having a black theme could save you some battery. To download themes, you want to pinch in and go to the theme section here. And what you can do is search for black themes. I've already done this, and one of the themes that I do like is the black matte one, but there's all sorts of black themes here, which as you can see have very dark backgrounds, and it also changes your settings as well. So let me just show you very quickly what that looks like. If I set the theme on here, which is matte black, the home screen is going to look quite a lot different. The icons are going to change. And yeah, this could potentially save you some battery, and I just like the darker look to be honest. So here we are, more of a black wallpaper, and the icons have gone from white and black now with a bit of colour in some of the icons. And if I go to the settings, as you can see, the background is now black with white text. So change the theme, it might save you some battery. And a charging tip to wrap off the battery saving section, make sure that you try and use the Galaxy S9 adaptive fast charging plug that comes with your device, and also make sure that you go to settings, device maintenance, battery, and then the three dots at the top, advanced settings, and have fast cable charging on. Thank you for watching, enjoy the rest of your tech day, bye for now.